Recorded.
Kiddo, word. So I told my kiddos that they've got to leave me alone. So here we go. First off, who here, the ones who are here, if you get camera on, who actually watched or listened to the podcast?
I did.
Yeah, everybody, yeah, somewhat. Okay, that's all right, Krista. You were busy today, though. I know you were. Word. Okay, well, for those who are watching the replay, if you didn't watch the podcast, hopefully there's a way we can drop the link in the comments later. It's by my guy, Rob Dial. He is the Mindset Mentor. And first, I will say that if you don't have a podcast or somebody that resonates with you yet, and you're in this company, I really suggest that you get one, because I think you'll find that as you come in your time with Ariel and you start meeting a lot of the women here that have been here for a while, every last one of us speak about mindset. It is really the power of your words hold so much like weight over your emotions, over your abilities, over the way that you think about yourself. And that like actually, it kind of, what is the word I'm looking for here? It ripples into the rest of your life whenever you're not as confident as you can be. So a lot of us obviously probably got into maybe selling Ariel because maybe we wanted to make a few extra dollars, or maybe because you wanted a change in your life, because you want out of the company that you're in and you want to be a full-time work from home mama, or maybe you just want some more friends or something, you want something, right? But I want to know, who actually knows exactly what they want? Who can tell me what they know and what they want in the next 12 months? If you put yourself 365 days from now, but just 12 months, right? 12 months, exact same day. Let's say it is, I don't even know what day, June 30th of 2023. Do you know what you want your life to look like?
Oh, yes.
We probably should start somewhere, because I'm pretty sure that, my dreams look something like this. I want to be successful. I want to have a nice house. I want my kids to be happy. I want them to go to a good school. Love, peace, love, and happiness. It's so great. It's so wonderful. But how are we going to get there? Okay, like that's a very, very important. So what we're going to do is we're going to look a little bit deeper into a few ways that we get there. And I will just first say that I am not there myself, but I have listened to Rob Dial for the last year now. And this is like a no bullshit type thing. Excuse my language. If you have children around, it's just me. I got a brand new planner. I've been planning my brand new planner for like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's an Erin Condren planner. I spent like $80 on this bitch. Yeah, it's expensive. Anyways, so it is a breakdown. If you can see, I might have to unblur my background real quick. It is a breakdown by the hour. And I did this intentionally because I've been listening to this guy. Do y'all know who Rob Dyrdek is? You see, yeah. It's breakdown by the hour, right? Y'all, everybody pretty much knows who Rob Dyrdek is, right? You know that Rob Dyrdek is a like multi-millionaire, maybe billionaire. Do you know that the man has recorded every second of his life for the last 10 years? Every second of his life for the last 10 years, he can tell you what he was doing, where he was doing it. You know what I mean? What sort of things he was going after. Like, seriously, how many of you have ever said that you don't have enough time? It's like one of my hugest things, y'all. Like I'm not here, like I am preaching to the choir. Like, you know what I mean? Like essentially, like we are all about to be in this together. If this is resonating with you, trust me that it has resonated with me for the last year. I am reaching, today is my 1-year anniversary with Ariel. And nice. I am doing something about it today, like for real. Like I said last year when I started this company that like my vision was to like get my my student loans halfway paid off, and I totally still could do that. I could take a bunch of for tax return money, thank you Jesse, and maybe possibly do that. But the point being that like I didn't actually get there, right? So I'm gonna make a plan for myself that says these things, and we're all going to do this together. So I suggest if you don't know, if you don't have a planner, that's part of this. And if you don't know a good one to look at, maybe we can all like suggest some things. But Erin Condren's really good. Again, this is what I did today, and it was like a game changer, you guys. I literally went and wrote down. So if you see up here, I had 6 o'clock. I have coffee, and then I have like, you know, my whatever. Coffee, podcast, share to chat, post, shower, get ready, kids, breakfast. Like I literally wrote down everything in my day. And by the time 10 o'clock rolled around today, I had done mop my floors. I had fed breakfast. I had got snack time together. I had done a whole bunch of things that I normally wouldn't have done because I actually could look and be like, wait, what was I supposed to be doing again? Because we get pulled 10 million ways from Tuesday. Intention is so important. So here's some notes real quick, and then we're going to get into the things that, like the practice actually that we want to do. So here you go. If you didn't get a chance to watch this podcast, I'm gonna like kind of sum it up real quick. There's a very, there's a quote that he says, it says, let action and routine drive your life, not emotions. And by that, you have to be like very confident in where you're going. And in being confident, you don't get those emotions of anxiety and depression and worthlessness and those sorts of things because you have a direction, right? Those things sort of happen whenever when you don't have a focus. So I have here that action will breed confidence, and it can be hard to find direction if you don't have a clear vision on what you want. So here's 5 things that you're going to do to help you stay motivated. Okay. Number 1 is vision. You got to have a vision. So if you were to fast forward a year from now, where do you want to be? We're going to go through these things in a little bit, but you can just write down vision. So this is something to think on, but where do you want to be in 5 months, in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years? So come up with that long-term plan. If your long-term plan is that you want to live on a countryside with a white picket fence, with a wraparound porch on your house and a tree out front that produces apples in the fall and lemons in the springtime, whenever, you better get to work grafting things together. But whatever it is that your dream is, you write it down and you get as specific as you possibly can with it. You want to be able to not only see it, but you want to be able to hear it. Okay. You want to be able to hear those birds chirping in that tree. All right. You want to be able to smell the crisp mountain air or the ocean coming to you. You have got to really get a clear vision on what it is you want and then how you're going to get there. Right. So, and then that thing about how you're going to get there, you're going to start that by keeping a schedule. Almost every single successful person in life, like really successful, like somebody who's a CEO, they have a schedule, right? Like somebody who runs a multi-million-dollar corporation is not just sitting there willy-nilly posting, throwing things at the wall, hoping that something takes off one day. Okay. They have clear, consistent things that they do every single day that they know whenever they have a bad week, a bad month, a bad quarter, it doesn't matter because the next quarter they know that sales pick up and it goes again. This is not a business that is a short-term thing. This is a long-term business, but not even just the business. This is just a training about your life. Your life is not instant gratification like social media, you guys. Social media didn't even show up until freaking 20 years ago, practically, right? Like, we have all gotten so spoiled with instant gratification. Nobody knows how to wait anymore. Nobody can even wait anymore for, their package in the mail from Amazon if it takes longer than 2 days from Prime. Like, it's a horrible thing. But if you actually think and you start focusing on like, oh, wait, I don't have to do this tomorrow. I have a week. I have however many days, but I have a plan on how I'm going to get to where I'm going. You stop feeling so worthless when at the end of your day, you didn't hit Ruby yet, or you didn't hit whatever goal it is. You know what I'm saying? When you know how it is you're supposed to get there. Anyways, so I'm getting off track a little bit. Where am I at here? So yeah, so you need a schedule because you need to see where that I don't have time is really just your time being very poorly managed. Because if you believe it or not, when I wrote down all the things that I was supposed to be doing today, when I was looking at them and I kept coming back to it, I was staying really on track. When I stopped looking at them, I fell off track. And the next thing I knew, I was scrolling through social media, or I was, doing something I didn't need to be doing, some sort of cleaning task or, something of that sort. So if you need to keep yourself on track, that's fine. And that's where we're going to roll into the third thing, which is intention. How can you wake up every single day and know that of something that you want to wake up every single day and bring more to the table? You want to be as intentional as possible with the moments that you're doing, be it the moments that you're spending with your kids. Your kids want 5 minutes of your undivided attention rather than 20 minutes of you half-assed scrolling on your phone and barely listening to what they're saying. They know that. They want you to put that phone down for 5 minutes and focus on them, and then pick it up for 15 to respond to your messages if you need to, once you get them set up to do something else. If you spend time being intentional, you can also spend time focusing intentional moments on breaks in your day. And when you actually break throughout your day to reflect on what it is you have done, you process those things way faster than you actually do in REM sleep. Okay, so that's like a really fun fact, right? So if you're in REM sleep, if you can do those things, if you can just teach your brain and train your brain just to stare off into the distance, you will, you'll learn, or sorry, you know what's really funny? when the screen jumps around, it throws me off. I wish there was a way I could like just be me. I could watch. My bad. I am such a squirrely person, and I did not take any CBD before this. Anyways, sorry, I'm lost here. So don't Tokyo drift through your emotions. And yes, so be as intentional as possible. It says, I wrote down, don't Tokyo drift through your emotions, because I just love that. Y'all know what a Tokyo drift is, right? Where you just kind of let your tail in, just swing and slide into things. How many of you guys do that? How many of you guys focus on one thing and then all of a sudden it's like, God, my hair looks horrible and my face is a mess and I'm breaking out and the shirt doesn't fit right and my necklace is twisted wrong, right? And you just start spiraling out of control. Okay, don't Tokyo drift through your emotions. In fact, whenever you start doing those negative things, try to remember that you can not control your first thought, but you can control your second. So anytime that you realize that you are actually, in fact, speaking negatively to yourself, take that intention and speak a little positive and try to focus on the positive things. So you have to be the one that is driving your car. Speaking of the necklace, there it is. You have to be the one that is driving your car, because if you're not, are you just going to get mad that you're not where you're going at? Right? If you get in a car, so you get in your car, you guys listen to this podcast for those of you who didn't. You get in your car and you just start driving, and then an hour in your drive, you get angry that you're not where you wanted to go, but you weren't actually driving in any direction. You didn't know where you were going. You didn't know if you were going to a coffee shop or to a bar or to a restaurant, and then you get mad that you're not at the mall. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just letting life happen to you, you're not actually putting any intention there. You also spend a lot of time in maybe anxiety, or maybe you spend a little bit of time in feeling worthless because life is just happening to you and you're not doing anything to actually make life happen. So that's where we lead you into action, which, if you're having a hard time taking action in your life, get up and get moving. Try to do a little bit of actual exercise. That's one thing. You will start doing movement and it will lead you to
Yeah.
yeah, girl. And so you'll start actually, just do something. Do freaking jumping jacks. If you're sitting there on your couch and you're feeling worthless, just get up and do something. It literally takes the first step. It takes the first step, and then you get that momentum going and you get that ball rolling and you start getting things accomplished. And you know what helps? If you have a schedule written down somewhere that you know what you should be doing, that helps a lot, because anyways, okay. And then, so the next thing is also routine. So that's the fifth thing here, is that whenever you get routine, your actions that become daily, they eventually become routine, and the routine builds the momentum, which further keeps action on your side. Okay, so here we go. All right, you guys, how are we doing? I speak really fast, but so the 5 things that are keeping you motivated: vision, schedule, intention, action, and routine. And they all kind of lead into each other. So don't think you have to start with all of them, but the first place we're going to start tonight is vision. Okay. I just want everybody to kind of have an understanding of like where eventually we're going to go with this. If you do happen to tune into the Manifest Mafia trainings, I think we were been talking about doing this mindset thing. So it's more of a in general, whatever. General training, not necessarily a focused product training, but okay. So I want to talk just real quick about Ikigai, because that's something that Rob Dial talks about a lot, and you can write these things down, and then you guys can do this on your own, and then we're going to start setting some goals tonight. So
What's his name?
Ikigai, what's that?
Ikigai? Spell
Ikigai.
that?
It's Ikigai. Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese, I don't know if you would like call it a concept or like just something that they teach, but it's basically a Venn diagram. I'm gonna show it to you guys.
Like
But
a saying?
no, I'm gonna show you what it looks like right now.
Okay.
So it talks about how, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. Yeah, it looks like a Venn diagram. So your ikigai is the thing that's in the middle. That's what fulfills you the most. And I'll
Okay,
tell you how to get there. You can totally look up these. That'll come right up if you were to Google it. But the first question that you ask yourself is, what are you good at? So you take a list and you literally are going to write, like you can write those 4 circles if you wanted to. I mean, you don't have to write 4 circles, but you can literally just take a list, set a timer for yourself for a few minutes and say, what are you good at? The second question that you're going to answer for this is, what do you love? The third thing is, what can you be paid for? And this is like quite literally, what can you be paid for? Like right now in the current moment, like of you where you're at and your physical abilities and your status with your children and that sort of thing. Like let's try to think realistic. And then what does the world need is the fourth one. Okay, so if you look at all of those things, whenever you guys write them down, like I said, we're not going to do this one yet, just yet. Maybe you can. This is a little working call, I guess. But that is your passion. So your ikigai is basically like that is the thing that you can do that you're going to be able to make money at. You're going to leave your job feeling fulfilled. You're good at it and you love it. So you're never going to get tired. Like that's what you should be doing with your life. That's your ikigai.
Excuse me.
So
What was the last one that you said?
what does the world need?
Oh, what is the world? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So I think that is going to be something that is like really personal to us. And I don't know, some things I can't really like talk about and like do on a training like this. I wouldn't be able to do that one, but I will be able to do things like, what are your goals? All right, y'all. So, and my pen. So quite literally, we said what, 12 months? All right, so we're going to do a 12-month goal. So in 1 year from now, let's write down a personal goal, a financial goal. Who else has got an idea? Y'all want to do fitness?
Sure, that's good.
Fitness, okay. All right. So I don't have music, but actually, I guess I do. I could put a little tune on over here. I don't know how well we'll be able to hear it, but okay. We'll do like a 3-minute. Can you guys hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe not even 3. We'll just do 2. So I got an apartment across from the park, working while in my fridge, still I'm not feeling right. And I'm over, but I'm thinking it's time to go. All right, anybody willing to share? Mhm. Anyone willing to share? Just 1 second. Are we still writing? Sorry. Say, I know we're like recording this. I don't know where we're putting it. So maybe that's not like a perfect thing to do. That's okay. Okay. So I have a financial goal. My financial goal just so happens to be a certain amount in to pay back towards my student loans again. So we can take that goal. If you guys have one that's a financial goal, or personal's hard. I feel like fitness might be easy, especially if it's people wanting to lose weight, but we're literally going to break it down, you guys. Okay. We just did that. This is where we want to be at in a year. So if you said that in a year you wanted to lose 10 pounds, then guess what that means? You got to lose 1 a month, right? So literally just take it and break it down. If you want to break it down into a quarter, if that's easier for you to break it down into like, 3 months or 4 months, there's a quarter every 3 months, right? Yeah, there you go. So if you want, you know what I mean? That way you can come check back in, say in September, and then again in December, and then, in March, and then again in June next year. I think those are the right ones. If I stopped at the right months around, but I'll leave it up to you since we're not sharing our goals, but take a second just to break those down. Yeah. And there was one other thing I wanted to do.
I'll share my physical goal. I'm sorry, I had to walk away for a second, but you're like, does anyone want to share? And I'm like, I'm on the other side of the house. I'll share. Oh my God, hold on. So I go to yoga every day and I have zero flexibility and I would love to be able to do it. This is the dumbest thing. I'd love to be able to do a split, like a full-blown
That's
split. It's
awesome.
something that I can't do.
Girl.
Yeah,
can't
and
either.
I'd love to be able to do a handstand because I have such fucking fear that I'm gonna fall on my face that I don't think I ever try. So those are like, by this time next year, I'm going to post a picture of me doing a full split. I'm gonna post a full Amanda Gracie and it's gonna be amazing.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Also,
That's
we only
awesome.
have like 10 minutes left and then it's perfect timing for the flow call.
Cool. So yeah, so you guys just take a minute to break down, those goals. Like I said, we wrote a few down so that there's no excuses here. So now you're going to take them, you're going to break them down into whatever is best for you. Everybody dedicated to got an idea. You guys ready to like run out and go get an awesome planner so you can get to breaking down your day and trying to be a little bit more intentional with your time. I hope that was kind of part of the goal of this. All right. And something else I just want to show you, like, I know we kind of went and picked a few things real quick, but this is just what I did. Which anyway, let me make sure I didn't write anything down that we have people screenshot it and talk crap. So what I did was to make 2,000 a month. That's it. That's not huge, right? I want to make 2,000 a month. These are my goals. I want to be a better mom. Okay. No alcohol till August 1st. This is a short time goal. That's okay. It literally, I wrote, what are your goals? And I started writing them down. These are all my goals. Hit Ruby in July, right? How am I going to get a plan of action on how to get there? How many reach outs do I need to do per day? How many videos am I going to do? How many stories am I going to post, right? I'm going to get a plan. Okay. When I want to say I want to be a better mom, how am I going to do that? That's going to be satisfactory to me. I say that all the time. I wish I was a better mom. And people are like, you're a great mom. I'm like, no, I'm not. I suck. I'm the worst mom ever. You know, like, no, I'm not. I'm not over here beating my kids. They're fine. They're lovely. I yell at them a little bit too much every now and again. The Wi-Fi doesn't work as great as it should sometimes, but that's more me and the fact that I'm still getting used to having both of them here all summer. But anyway, so these are the ways I'm gonna be a better mom. I'm gonna bring them out one time a week. We are going to snuggle daily, read more books. And because I want to teach the importance of actually reading books, because I want to read more books. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give my kid who's 6, who needs to learn how to read, a book, and I'm going to read my book. And I'm going to give the little one a book. And I don't know, maybe I'll only get a page done, but it was a page more than I would have had, you know, and I'm being a better mom while we're doing this. Make $2,000 a month. How am I going to do it? I'm going to track my money. I'm going to track how much I make at the bar on the nights I work at the bar. I'm going to track how much I make with Ariel, right? So, and then I'm committing to this routine. So I encourage you to do something like this, okay? And then literally on the back side of this, it said, what do I want in life, right? A one-story house with a huge kitchen and a center island, an area where people could sit and eat and chat. Those people being my family, husbands, kids, and close friends that I choose to have over for coffee. Literally, I want you to get that specific about your dreams and your goals and your visions of where you want to be. These are my 10-year plans. Okay, this is not my right now. This is my, when I look at myself and I see myself 10 years in the future, what do I see? And this is where I want to be. I want you guys to get just as clear about that, because you're going to find that when you actually have a plan, you have a direction, it is so much easier to focus your arrow as where you're going, because you know where your target is. Okay. And that way, whenever you start getting a little bit more off track, you know how to adjust, and you can adjust accordingly. So I hope that that helped a little bit, at least all of you. Rob Dial is amazing. I gotta tell you what, I cannot take credit for pretty much any of this. He is where I get everything from. I think he's wonderful. So if you don't have a podcast guy to listen to, I am more than willing to share mine. Like I said, his name is Rob Dial. He is the Mindset Mentor. And I know he's on Spotify. I know he does YouTube. He's got an Instagram. Rob Dial, and is the Mindset Mentor. It's on Spotify. He puts out a podcast every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Every now and again, there's this crazy bonus one. It actually is kind of funny because the ads that are always in his stuff are always CBD ads, and he promotes these greens, and he drinks a nootropic coffee, and it's just really awesome that he's totally on the same I've wanted to reach out so many times and be like, so Ariel, maybe I will now. But anyways, he's absolutely amazing. I hope you guys like him. But if you listen to him and it doesn't resonate with you, you can type in Spotify something that does. If something that you want to do is to me, I'm a mom. I want to become a better mom. You know what I mean? So I listen to parenting podcasts. I listen to self-development. I'm 37 years old. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all in here are 22. You're I ain't worried about development. I want to go party. I don't know. Maybe there's a partying podcast, how to party safely. I don't know. I have no clue what's out there, y'all, but you can find literally anything if you type in to Spotify. And I think that I think this was good. So thanks to all of you who did take time to hop on and hang out with me and Darnell for our training.
You were awesome. See, I just love listening to other people sometimes. And you had somebody this morning when you sent me all your notes, I'm like, oh, she's doing this. So I'm not. Perfect.
Oh, it was great.
It was the perfect day, right? Amanda, you said you wanted to say something too, right?
Well, Jennifer hit it on spot on. I mean, it was, I will say what my goal is mental. So mine's not financial. It's not my goal is mental. It is because I've been in my own way. And I think that a lot of times that happens to all of us. And that's why I love that podcast. And I think that we need to be making these goals, because that's not only going to help with us hitting them, but it's also going to help mentally, because that is something that when we set our minds to something, we're more likely to achieve it than if we just think it. So writing it down is so important. And I love that. So like I said, mine's mental. I've got a lot to work on. It seems like I'm so positive and uplifting all the time, but mentally I am super unstable. Hence why I need these products. I'm just to be honest, this is a safe zone. Okay.
See, but that's the side of you that I love the most, the one, the mentally unstable side, look. Nobody here, we all wouldn't be here if we were all mentally stable. We're here because we were looking for something because we've all been in a shitty place and we were all struggling at one point. And that's the point of like the next call. It's really why I like to have why I'm going to continue to have these calls on Thursday night. I think it's good for all of us because we're going to pop off this. It's going to end in like 2.5 minutes. And you've got 5 minutes to like, if you've got some people that you want to invite, write their names down on a piece of paper so you're organized and you're ready to go. And when the live starts, you can either send them the link and you can go through and cross off your list, or you can tag them in the video, or you can do both, whatever it is. But I just feel like we're already on, your kids are already somewhere else. You're already sitting at your computer. The call starts in 5 minutes. This is an opportunity because I feel like all of us at one point or another watched one of these calls, and this is why we ended up signing up, because someone had reached out to you, but it's almost that third party validation. I do think that like Amanda really wanted me to join, and another couple like that were older, they did the call and I was like, yep, if they can do this, I can do this. This makes sense. 100%. And it just like, yeah, and they're still here and they're awesome, but I think that there's a lot of power in it. So we'll definitely, everybody get on the Flow call. It will be alive on Facebook. I did have some people saying to me earlier that they have a lot of people that are not on Facebook anymore. So I found this app that I can save the live and then I can upload it onto like our YouTube page that I'm going to upload this to, so we can share to people that are not on Facebook if you do have some of those people. Because I think I mentioned it in the corporate chat today. I was like, why don't you guys upload these to like the corporate YouTube to try to like promote that page? Because I'll share the link to people, it would be easier. And nobody responded. And then actually one person responded and she's like, here's the app. And I was like, perfect. Like, I'm gonna go with you then.
Can you share the live and the chat room?
Yep. I will share it in Team High Vibes as soon as it pops up. It should be like 9. Usually they're a couple minutes behind sometimes.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I think that, it's a long weekend. They said, I don't know if anybody saw Travis, he went live for like 10 minutes. He said that July is going to be insane and they're going to blow our socks off and that the promotions are going to be out of control. So y'all need to get your freaking like running shoes on, because I think it's going to be a crazy month. Enjoy it this weekend, because I think after this, we going to be hustling. I think that I think they're going to do so many great things that we're just going to want to talk about it constantly. So I think it's going to be great. But okay. We love you all and we'll see you next Thursday.
Thank you, ladies.